one. Definitely want to make sure I get this on video so you guys can go back and watch it as you need to. Okay? These are like your level 9 problems. Okay? 9 out of 10. And the reason why is because you have a radical on both sides, and on top of that, you have an additional number there. Okay? There is one like this in your homework. Okay? So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have one radical, one of the two radicals by itself on one side, which you do. Okay? Then what you want to continue to do is square both sides like you normally would to get rid of that radical. Okay? On the left side, you'll have x plus 1. But on the right side, you're going to have to FOIL that expression. Yes. You're going to have to FOIL that expression. So this becomes 1 plus the square root of 2x minus 12. 1 plus the square root of 2x minus 12. You just can't square both pieces and, drop the square root altogether. You cannot do that. Questions up to here? So when we FOIL, you'll have 1 times 1, which is? Then you're going to have 1 times the square root of 2x minus 12, which is just? Then you have to do the square root of 2x minus 12 times 1, which is? And now you have to do the square root of 2x minus 12 times the square root of 2x minus 12, which is just 2x minus 12. Did everybody hear me on that? When you multiply the exact same thing by itself, it's like just saying you just drop the square root, because this is an easier example. The square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 9, which is just 3, what you would get if you just dropped the radical. Works that way every time. Okay? So far, so good. Or do I have questions? So, we need to combine like terms here. Square root of 2x minus 12 plus the square root of 2x minus 12. The only way to add radicals is if they're alike, which they are. And it becomes what? No, not 4x minus 24. You just add the numbers on the outside of the radical. So this is a 1. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is a 1 square root of 2x minus 12 and a 1 square root of 2x minus 12. So when you add them together, that gives you 2. Getting there. Now I'm at the point where I have now just 1 square root left that I need to get by itself. So this 1, this 2x, and this negative 12 need to go to the other side. Okay? So, I subtract 1. When I subtract 1, the 1's go away. But then when I add 12 over, that's going to give me a positive 12. And then when I subtract over the 2x, that's going to give me a negative x. So if anything, you can combine like terms. That 1 and that negative 12 make negative 11. Add 11 to both sides to get 12. Subtract the 2x over to get a negative x. Now, raise your hand if you like fractions. Okay. Then don't divide both sides by 2, because then you're going to be working with a fraction. Okay? And if you don't want to work with a fraction, leave the 2 there. Okay? But we can, at this point, square both sides. Okay? We have to square all on both sides. On the left side, I'm going to have to FOIL. And on the right side, I need to square everything that's inside. Okay, this one I actually can distribute the square over because it's not a binomial. There's no plus that's connecting the two and then the square root. So this becomes 2 squared, which is 4. And when I square a square root, what happens? It goes away. And the operation of multiplication still keeps them together. Okay? So again, for those who might not see it, doing it in the pink over here, you basically are squaring the 2 and you're squaring the square root. So then that's how you get 4 times, because it's a multiplication that's connecting them together, all of that. Whew! Lord mercy. Negative x times negative x. X squared. I have a negative x times 12, which is a negative 12x. When I do the inner, I have another negative 12x, which makes negative 24x. Then 12 times 12 is, on the right side, I'm going to have to, so this gives me an 8x minus 48. And you better believe, besides the fact that you have to square 2 different times, FOIL twice, you better believe, to bring it up onto that high level, you're going to have to deal with a good old quadratic. So, subtract over the 8x. And I smile, not because, like, you got to laugh to keep crying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you add the 48. So subtract 8x and then add 48. That becomes 0. This becomes x squared minus 32x plus 190. Factor this. So you have 192 and negative 32. Your two numbers are 8 and 24. In order for them to give you a positive 192 and a negative 32, they both have to be, accident. They don't have no grades up. Negative, negative. So that way you can get a positive when you multiply them. So that's x minus 8 and x minus 24. So x equals 8 and x equals 24. Well, yeah, you gotta check it. now, that's one thing that I know, that when it comes to these types of problems, some students are like, you know what, I made it this far, I'm just going to give it to God and just see what happens. Okay? But I mean, you done did all this work. Heaven forbid, like, you get a minus 1 because you didn't check. Come on now. So let's see, 8 and 24. And plus, we got to just go back to the beginning. So 8 and 24. Okay, so let's use 8. What's 8 plus 1? What's the square root of 9? 3. I need to see if that equals whatever it is when I plug in 8 over here. What's 8 times 2? 16 minus 12?
4.
Square root of 4 is?
2.
1 plus 2 is?
3.
So 8 works. Okay? The other number was?
24.
So what's 24 plus 1?
25.
So we have the square root of 25, which is?
5.
Let's see. 2 times 24 is?
48.
48 minus 12?
36.
36. What's square root of 36?
6.
What's 1 plus 6?
7.
Quick. This is a quick check. So your answer is x equals 8.
All of that for a cute little pretty.
All that for a cute little pretty answer.